Hello and welcome. My name is Adrian McNally. I'm General Manager of Titanic Hotel Belfast, and I am going to take you through the journey in a new COVID preparation world here at our hotel. So some new processes that we have put in to make the guest journey a little better is we have implemented a one-way system through the public areas of the hotel, and that one-way system starts with our own hand sanitising unit, which is very important to make sure that guests clean their hands as they arrive at the hotel. So we have eliminated the use of registration cards at check-in because we're trying to reduce the amount of paper exchange in the hotel. We've tried to do pre-authorisation of all credit cards the night before, and we are going to move to an online check-in platform whenever the property management system makes that available to hotels across the island of Ireland and the UK. Other things that we do as well is during the checkout process, we don't handle the keys. They're dropped into a secure box and then they're sterilised for the next guest coming in, again to reduce any chance of contamination from guest to employee and then employee back to guest. Other new processes that we have implemented in our guest room journey for the guest is the removal of porcelain cups in the rooms, and we're now going with a disposable cup. They are compostable as well, so they're environmentally friendly whenever we are disposing of them. A lot of things as well that we have done is including the chemical fogging of rooms. So after every checkout, we now chemically fog a room, and that makes sure that the room is sterile for the next customer that's coming in. There are a couple of things that we've had to remove, unfortunately, from a guest room. However, we've supplemented them in a different way. Every hotel guest room in Belfast would have a copy of the Gideon's Bible. It's now gone because of the fact that it could be contaminated if a guest is touching it and putting it back into the drawer. So what we've done is we've gone with a new press reader app. It's free to download for all guests at the hotel, and you can download it, as I said, for complimentary, and then you can get access to newspapers, magazines and publications, including the Bible, free of charge if you want to whenever you're at the hotel. And then finally, whenever we know that the room is ready for our next customer, we put a seal on the door, and that says to all hotel staff and to the customer whenever they arrive at the door that the room has been cleaned and not contaminated after final sign off on it. It just gives a final bit of reassurance to our customers that they know that they're walking into a hygienic room and one that's going to be free of COVID. To take advantage of the facilities in Drawing Office 2, which is the hotel's main bar, you do now have to make a reservation, and in accordance with guidelines, beverage can only be sold as long as there is a substantial meal as part of service. So we are recommending that you do make a reservation ahead of time. Whenever you do arrive, then you'll be issued with a menu that's single use, so you can be sure that it has not been contaminated by, been touched by another guest, etc. And we've been very fortunate in Drawn Office 2 with the actual square meterage of the room that we've been able to do social distancing with all of our tables at least 1 metre apart, and in some cases it's even more. Now that you're in our Wolf Grill, which is our refined dining restaurant, again, we are able to do social distancing here. What we have done is slightly different to the bar because of the fine dining element to service in the restaurant. We now have a service table beside each one of our dining tables, and this allows the server to be able to come to the table with their food on a tray covered with a cloche, and we'll be able to then explain what is on the plate. Because it's not as casual as the bar, we felt it important that we had a service table that we could explain to guests, and we're able to maintain our 1 metre distance from the customer while we're able to share the elements of the food on the plate to the customer. So that is very important to do as well. Important to note that we're also doing reservations also for breakfast. We have eliminated our breakfast buffet because, again, this is a high area of potential contamination that we wanted to stop. So what we've done is we have introduced continental buffet box, and then we take your hot food order, and then we plate all full Irish breakfast again against the order that the customer would want, and then we bring that down. We have found that this has been the most efficient way of making sure that our guests enjoy a full Irish breakfast and a Titanic breakfast that we have actually become known for.